Man, dents. I mean, look, you know, there's like that's way bigger than we want to put filler in. I don't know how. What are we gonna do to fix that? You know, I mean, hey, what are you guys doing there? We got a really strange dent here. Zorba, Kimmy, Ralph, Stuart. Oh, I saw Stuart. Well, he's taking off. He's got a lot going on. Good to see you, buddy. Glad you stopped in just real quick. Dallas. And the other one, you know, I'm so bad with names. I mean, this dent is something else, man. Ralph. Oh, good to see you, Ralph. Anvil Tech. Good to see you, buddy. Alan. Robert Jones. Man. My friend Pete. It's been a while, buddy. Good to see you. Well, let's figure out how we're going to fix this. I mean, this is, look, just look. All right. Glad to see you guys again. Thanks for hanging out. Junk's Automotive. Let's get something done with this dent. Maybe, somehow. You know. Good to see you. Thanks for coming back. Well, we have a dent, and I kind of sort of thought it was from being wrecked, but it doesn't make sense because, well, there's different levels of dent. Right here, over here. It just feels rough. Now I've already cleaned it. I've got my 24 grit in there and ground all the rust and dirt and whatever, but it's high right here. Low here, so somebody's blah, blah, blah. And it's not far-fetched back in the day when there was a high spot just to beat the crap down, fill it full of Bondo, smooth it off, and be done with it. So there's a brace right underneath here, actually two braces, and the firewall goes right through here. So we can't really, that's a lot to cut out. The other side of it is we could cut this out, fix it, weld it back in, or cut it out and make a patch. That's kind of extreme. This is going to be too nice of a car to just fill this with Bondo. If we're going to fill it, let's make it, not this much, but maybe that much. So dents you can't get to, you need a little help. We're going to try to pull it out with that and these. So let me get set up, get a few in. We'll just see. This is thick, man. This is thick stuff. We have to weld those on there and then heat this up with the torch and then pull it out. Maybe that's what we do. I don't know. This is going to be a rough one, tell you what. And we got another one over there. It's just not quite as bad. It's just a little bit low. We could almost fill that in and be okay with it. But this is just ridiculous. I mean, as I was showing you, look at it. It's a cavern. We could almost start a cave. Maybe we ought to name it. Well, here we got to start. So I've already pulled on this one, right? These little studs. Grab one for you. get electronically welded. Then you use a slide hammer right here. This tightens up on them and we jerk, 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 right? Now this one's made a little bit of a difference, and there's some couple, we're gonna do this multiple times, right? I may not show you, but you know, so I'm starting at the outside of the dent and starting to kind of work it out. So watch this one. Hopefully you guys can see the cavage. All right, so there's, I'm going tappy tappy. I'm going to feel on it a little bit. I'm going to use my body hammer, because what's going to happen is when I pull that up, the rest of this is going to be high. Just give her a pull. Give her a little bit more. You can see where it's come up around here. Hopefully you can. I can feel it. So we're going to stop there, and I'm going to move over to this one. Slipping. That's okay. And believe me, if we make this too high, you know what we can do? Just do what they did. Bap, 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 bap. See, that's come up now a little bit. Let's go here. Now I'm going to do a little bit at a time. This metal is stretched. So by the time I get it up there, there's going to be too much metal and I have to shrink it. We got a trick for that too. Yeah, it's pretty low. That's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to work my way around and work towards the center. This one could use more. Basically got to get her jerked out of there. I mean, you know. See, it's a little bit low, but that's okay. I'm going to work my way around, kind of get this whole thing pulled up. It's coming. Like I said, I want to work my way. Man, slow right there. Yeah, you're getting there. Tuesday night, clipped off our little welded studies, and you can see how it's higher here, a little bit higher here, higher here. Of course, we're low here, low around here, low here, right around this side, and this is the tough part. But that's some structure right there. So I'm gonna stud, go in these low parts and keep working our way around. Get this outside edge kind of raised up. Then we'll work our way in, and with any luck, get close for Bondo. Just a little bit. All right. There's your stud. Gets welded. Here's the end of our stud welder. Now, call this your positive electrode if you want to. You electrician guys will get all crappy at me, right? But here's your positive, and you can see that it pushes in. Well, it pushes in. The outside is your ground electrode, if you want to look at it that way. So you push it down till it touches, pull the trigger for about a second or so. There you go.
Let's put a time in Chicken Town tonight. Let's put a time in Chicken Town tonight. Well, the rooster bought a pine with a silver dollar. The box is over and the next holler. Let's put a time in Chicken Town tonight. Let's put a time in Chicken Town tonight. Let's put a time in Chicken Town tonight. Well, duck, she's dancing, she don't care. Mallard's off on a whiskey dance. Put a time in Chicken Town tonight. Chicken Town tonight. Let's put a time in Chicken Town tonight. Well, the mice are rolling, itty bitty dice, so cute, but they cut you if you don't play nice. Let's put a time in Chicken Town tonight. Let's put a time in Chicken Town tonight. Let's put a time in Chicken Town tonight. Well, the coop's set up, kegs rolled in. Where you going? Where you been? Let's put a time in Chicken Town tonight. Chicken Town tonight. Let's put a time in Chicken Town tonight. Well, the coop's set up, kegs rode in. Where you going? Where you been? Let's put a time in Chicken Town tonight. Let's put a time in Chicken Town tonight. Let's put a time in Chicken Town tonight.
Right before Thanksgiving. We're gonna do a couple things. One of these days, not this video, but square body, 1-ton dump bed. Nice truck, solid. Volkswagen, not so solid, but a neat little piece. I think it's going to be fun. So look back in the videos, you'll see some stuff on that. Let's show you where we're at here. Well, our replacement door really kind of needs a replacement, but it's aluminum. I've D8 it real quick, 36. You can see the low spot here. Some Bondo was here. A high spot. You can see the light showing you that, oh, that's a high spot. So, you know, low spots. And these little dings and stuff, they're not, you know, whatever. We'll try to get them out. But, man, look at that. And if you looked in a couple other videos, you can see where I fixed this pinch. Of course, it's high. This is low. You know, some ding right here on top of the door. Some of these holes are kind of, you know, so we can hammer and dolly them. But anyhow, it's a thing, right? So let me tell you, I haven't had too many joke sponsors, but I'm volunteering. Ralph Ed Jeffers told me this one, and it tickled me, and I thought it was perfect. He might have stole it for somebody. He might have wrote it all himself. He's a good writer. So this one's for you, Ralph. Around here in Markerville, it's the town I live in, there's a guy down the road, and everybody calls him Chicken. I asked some guy who lives down the street, and I said, why does everybody call him Chicken? And he said, book, because. All right, so here's the area we've been working on. No, it's not primer. It's not sealer. It's not even anything. It's a guide. It's a guide coat. Cheap, flat black paint from the dollar store. And a 1x2. It's nice and square. I've saved onto it because it's flat and square and hard. Head's hollow. Anyhow, what I want to do is kind of see where we're at. I've worked on this a little bit. Where we've worked here. You remember the thing. This was high. There was a high spot here. And I really think what's happened is when this car at some time got wrecked or something, this big brace that runs right along through here, runs across through there, it just kind of, you know, so it made it, because the other side over there is a cream puff compared to this. It's going to be a lot easier. So I took my hammer, had a high spot here, and I worked on it till it felt good. So now, just going to block this out. Hoping I'll find our high spots, low spots. Get an idea, basically. I'm not pushing hard, I'm just holding her square. Now I know this isn't damaged, so I'm holding it square, right? I'm not going like that. I know this whole thing's low, and we got some high spots, which we can fix that. So this time of year kind of reminds me of something. When I was a kid, the reason it reminds me is my dad's mother, my grandma Orgeline, her birthday was, I believe, today or tomorrow, right around Thanksgiving. The older I get, the more I'm like her. The more I'm like my dad. Long story, but you know, she was a very popular lady in Indianapolis, and the reason why, very smart, tell you exactly where you're at and not care. Black and white kind of lady, you know. It's wrong or right, no in between. She worked for the Indianapolis Fire Department for, I believe, is 30 years, something like that. So she knew everybody in all the firemen. She was CPA, so when she retired, she did taxes for all the firemen. To this day, I can talk to firemen, some retired, some older that have been around forever, and they know the name Orgeline Calvert. I remember she'd take us down to Station 1, which was the biggest station in the middle of Indianapolis where she worked all the time. She knew everybody, and you know, and we get to see the fire trucks and all that when we were little. I'd still enjoy it if somebody wants to take me. Of course, she's long past, and so has my dad. But you gotta realize that sometimes it's better to enjoy your memories before they're memories, right? All right, now let me get you in here a little bit closer. See what we got. Well, we got a lot of work to do. Of course, we knew this would still be low. I did, because I could feel it compared to the other side. So we're low here, a couple high spots. There's a high spot through here. This is low. I can almost feel it now. Now that I can see it, I can really feel it. Little low spot right through here. There's a small dent right there that I can feel. You know, a little bit of a high ring around this whole damaged area. And a low spot. So, you know, really not anything major. It's a little low right here. And it is low between here and here. You know, and it's not that much that we can't body work that out, rough it in. There's a nice little dent right through here. Another one right there. And a little bit of one right there. Another one right there. You know, it's like somebody went do. Always told you guys I'd be honest with you about stuff. Again, I'm a complete idiot. So, you hear my voice a little bit? Well, I got a cold. I'm pretty sure it's not because I got a cold. It's because of that door I DA'd the other night. Now, 4 or 5 applications of paint stripper. It dried out for a week. I just nonchalantly thought, well, I'm going to DA that down, see how it looks. And you guys, in the last segment or so, I told you about it. Pretty sure it made that stuff because I didn't wipe it down with my lacquer thinner like usual, and it went airborne. And my idiot didn't wear a mask. So that proves that this channel is for entertainment only, and I know nothing about what I'm doing. Just to let you know that, right? I've got a mask hanging right over there, and the wife asked me if I wear a mask, and I said, well, no, I got one. Yeah, she's still not very happy with me. And rightfully so. I'm an idiot. Anyhow, back to the task at hand. I'm feeling much better, but a couple of nights I was not out here. We had Thanksgiving in the middle of it, so it's fine. Did work on this a little bit more. It's, you know, it's there. It's ready to be roughed in, as far as I'm concerned. But what I want to do is, you know, the rust stuff, right? And we've talked about it. And, oh, I did push this whole thing up where it was low right here. It's pretty much right where it needs to be, at least to start body work. Got underneath it, and this vent just kind of pried it up and tappy, you know. So this whole area is ready for body work. But because the video is fixing a dent, let's go ahead and get it done, right? But I want to show you something. I'm going to the dark side. This is not my car. No, I'm not making, you know, top dollar to fix it, but it's not my car. My car might be a little different. This stuff, you know, well, we talked about ways of getting around it and doing this and that. I could just grind all this off, grind. Probably save me some time if I just go ahead and, yep, sandblast. So this shop is not clean, obviously. Next video, that's going to change. Got a plan, trust me. So keeping things clean at this point is not a big deal. But I want to do this section right through here so we can get the body work done and roughed in, call this a video. I'm tired, don't feel real good, but since I like you guys so much, we're going to get it done. So let me get all this set up and we'll go from there. Well, it works. Takes a little time, and oh, it uses up that granule stuff that you buy to put in it. And man, what a mess. All right, so stuff, right? Duraglass. It's a brand name. And I call all this stuff Duraglass no matter where you buy it. I just have the habit of calling it that. But it's fine short strand fiberglass body filler. The good thing about it, and again, we've all cleared the fact that I'm an idiot, so, you know, take it with a grain of salt. This stuff is a lot more flexible, durable, and stronger than Bondo. So what I'm going to do is go over it with our little repair area first, let it set up, and we'll cut that down and make that as a substrate in case there's any places that are thicker than I'd rather the Bondo be. And I've done that on the Cadillac on top of the fenders. If you look back in the videos, just I got playlists. Go look at the Cadillac thing. Boy, it's really long, but you know, it was the early days of Junks Automotive, right? And there's not been a problem. That thing's been driven in the rain, driven the crap out of, done burnouts and all that. So it's fine. If you had a rust hole you wanted to fix, I'd use that. If you just weren't gonna do anything with the hole, clean up the rust, pour 15 in it, grind it off, put that right on it, and then do your Bondo on top. Again, grain of salt. So you're gonna get a nice little pallet of this on our high-end Bondo pallet. Not going to need that much, I don't think. Again, what the hell do I know? So this stuff can be pretty rough, you know, and coarse and all that. So I'm going to try this. Fiberglass resin. We're going to stick, if I can get this open, yep, I'm going to add just a little bit of that to kind of smooth it out. Sort of like your Bondo honey, but for fiberglass. And again, I've never done this. I'm just going to try it. Doesn't mean I know what I'm talking about. Add a little bit. Get that mixed up. This is probably way more than I need. That's okay. I bought this can like 2 years ago and it needs to go somewhere. It seems pretty nice and creamy to me. I'm excited. I haven't done any kind of Bondo work and, well, since I finished that Cadillac. So I'm going to, I do remember when this stuff sets, it tends to separate, so we're going to knead it, you know. Yep. Yep. Okay. Yep, right there on the end. See? It's been sitting around. Alright, let's give her a go. Heck with it. Now I've made it kind of hot, at least in my opinion. Yours might be different. That's okay, because it's chilly in here. And I hope you guys had a good Thanksgiving. I really actually did, just was sick. Again, I believe that's my fault because I'm an idiot. We've covered that already, haven't we? That stuff's a different color, so I'm going to try to get any kind of stripes out that I see. Kind of feel like I'm making a bad move here, but I don't want to be here all night waiting for this to set up. All right, let's get you spun around here. Sorry about the great photography work. I know you guys are all so impressed. Now here's our area. I'm going to push that in there. So any of those pits, those rust pits, they get filled up. Of course, this is way more than we really need. Sort of feel like Bob Ross. Happy little trees. Sometimes you just need to leave it alone. It's obvious that I don't know what I'm doing. And I got it on my hand. That's okay. Well, let's start with that. Let that set up a little bit. I'm going to show you guys something. You're using that old Duraglass stuff. If it's all big and lumpy and grainy and, you know, you don't do the little trick like I showed you. You don't have to. You know, you might use a cheese grater just to kind of knock down the high spots. And I use this little one just to do that on our little spot over here. But I wanted to show you something. Central Pneumatic. I bought this at Harbor Freight and I did the Cadillac project with it and I used it a lot. You know, so it doesn't have a lot of miles on it, but for a $60 tool, I don't know what they go for now, but 60 bucks, I think it was 65 bucks I bought it. And it broke right at the end. I thought, well, I got my money's worth out of it, you know. But since I did like it so much, let me show you here. Okay. Viking. These are normally like 350 bucks, and I bought this a couple years ago thinking I was going to work on that 57 Chevy over there. It's over there. And I have yet to pull the trigger on it. Haven't put air in it. I just now put a new fitting in it. I'm not going to put oil in it because it's oiled from factory. I'm going to put oil in it after I'm done, run it a little bit. That way I don't blow oil all over my project here. So let's get you turned around. And this is 40 grit right here. 40 grit sticky file paper. So what I want to do, you can tell I haven't thought about this, right? We're gonna stop. I see a malfunction. That's not cool. See this little nut? There's another little nut right here. As I was going at it, I saw a nut go flying across the room. Made in USA. I read the instructions when I first got it. Nothing said, hey, make sure all the hardware is tight. Really? Do I need to send them a letter? Works good though. Once all the bolts are tight. All right. Get you back on for the next step. Next step, here's my old Bondo spreader for the Duraglass. I'm just gonna, you know, we can clean that off. We're gonna use that 39-cent Amazon Bondo spreader for Duraglass again, right? Not a big deal. So over there with the Duraglass stuff, got my Duraglass Bondo pallet. I got a new Bondo pallet for my Bondo. My Bondo is this 3M Platinum stuff. Now, you can use the Bondo brand if you want. I use this because that's what I'm used to and that's what I like. I've used it before. It's kind of expensive, but it's not the most expensive. You can get the cheap stuff. You can add some, you know, putty in it, add some plastic honey, and we're going to do that, just not in this step, right? So first, going back over here, to our spot. Where's it at? Right there. Zoom you in. Camera skills, people, you know. So first of all, these low spots, the darker ones, you can see them right there. I'll take a little piece of it. 40 grit. Again, I can't stress enough that I am no expert at none of this whatsoever. I know how I want to do stuff, and that's what this channel is about. You, the guy, has never done this before, and you want to do something like this in your barn, in your two-car garage, in your lean-to, in your plastic tent. That's what this channel is about. Not about perfection, not about any of that. Now I'm going on a rant, but I'm going to take my piece of 40 grit. I'm going to rough up those low spots because I want my Bondo my body filler to stick in those places, right? Where I did it with 40 grit with the Viking airboard that fell apart promptly. They're rough enough. The metal around it is rough enough. Like I was saying, I've worked on cars for 35 years now. Am I an expert? Nope. I'm pretty good at it, but I'm nowhere close to an expert. I can tell anybody how to do something on a car, and it's not going to matter until they go and do it for themselves, right? Just like doing body work. So I guess what I'm telling you guys is, again, grain of salt. Grain of salt. Everybody wants to do something the way they want to do it. And if it screws up, guess what they're going to do? Never do that again. Hopefully. You know, we're all just here trying to figure stuff out. And that's what this channel is about. And I guess I'm just wanting to remind y'all that, you know, that's what we're doing. We're learning together. Again, way too much Bondo. That stuff's nice and creamy. I just like it. The other stuff seems pretty coarse. And we'll stay away from this rust over here that I haven't got done with yet. So I'll just stay over here and make a big mess. I'll try my best to leave this kind of high. again, we're just roughing this in. I'm not planning on it being perfect. I'm just doing it the way I want to do it. That's how you should do it. Well, them coyotes are going nuts outside. rain. Christmas decorations. Oh, hey, how you guys doing? What's that? Yeah, I know you can't hang out all the time, and I got other stuff I got to do too, you know. But you see, we did get something done. Like it or not, we did something, right? So, it's there. It's roughed in. Something's funny with this hood. It's all knocked down really far right here. So I may fit the other one and see if it feels better, fits better. We might strip it and do it, use it. I don't know. You know, we're just gonna work on stripping the rest of the car down when we can. This whole sandblasting thing, just put it right over the top for me. We're cleaning this week, clean. So you might not get such an interesting video. We'll do a little bit on the car, I'm sure. But I've just got to do it. Got to do it. Anyhow, remember, real hats, 1,000 views, and the dumbest dance that I can come up with to make you guys smile. You know, we're at 670 something, so it's working. Spread the word for me, and let's all get together and have a good time. I'm sure happy you guys came back again to hang out. Let your friends know, and you know, maybe they'll enjoy it too. Excuse me, still sick. Remember, mask? Yeah, wear your mask. So anyway, Ralph, Zorba, Stuart, Anvil Tech. Hey buddy, how you doing, man? Robert Jones, see you, buddy. Sam, man, it's good to see you, buddy. Get that Impala done. All right, let's put this video up and see what happens, right? Thanks for everybody for hanging out, and we'll see you next week. Junk out. Oh, it's kind of cold.